Hi guys, and welcome back to I'll take a minute. I know it's corny, but I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm doing something different, as my introduction. What I wanted to talk about today was my relapse. To the May 7th, 2024. I had went out that day and I had started drinking probably about 11 a.m. Went to the park with my dog and I got me a couple of those 99 proofs. I guess Florida people call them the airplane bottles, but we call them nips here. So I had went and got me like 6 nips of 99 proof, guys, and a can of tall natural ice. That's how bad it had got, guys. That I went from sangria mixed with a little bit of vodka to, by the end of it, drinking. I went from the wine, then to the fireball, then from the fireball to the 90 proof coconut bay, which is vodka, and then from that one to 99. And I was doing this every day. I can't believe I'm still alive. So, and I'm driving and doing DoorDash. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing DoorDash and I'm drinking. Guys, please do not drink and get behind the wheel. This particular day, I went around 1 o'clock and I seen this elderly woman. She was handicapped and she had groceries, and the CNA and me kicked in. I helped her in with her groceries and I had my pocketbook, and I must have set my pocketbook on the counter with my phone in it and everything, and I had my dog with me. And I was parked right a little at the stop sign because I was next to the bodega. I had to get my Lucy's, guys. I'm smoking cigarettes, so I need my Lucy's. So, okay, I get my Lucy's. I get in the car. It's like about, I thought it was like probably 6. And next thing you know, I wake up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm parked like right there, little before the corner at the stop sign. And I could hear blah, blah, blah. So evidently my car alarm must have been going off. And I can't believe people literally just ignored it until it got dead, because when I woke up, the doors were unlocked. They could have took my dog. When I woke up, thank God that she was still sitting there right next to me. And I was cold. And I didn't have my keys. I didn't have my keys to the car. I didn't have my phone. Thank God for iWatches, and thank God that my daughter pushed me to have an iWatch, and the watch let me know where my phone was. And I was assuming that my phone was in my pocketbook. And now at this point, a guy asked me if I need help at the corner at 3 a.m. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm all right. Dark tinted windows he had too. I'm like, no, thank you. So, a guy came by like 7 a.m. and asked me, was I okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? He said, because you've been parked there since I got home from work. I said, what time did you get home from work? He said at 7 p.m. And now it was 7 a.m. So, guys, I was sitting there for 12 hours blacked out like that. Like, wow. That was very scary. And thank God the young man was nice, because I needed Wi-Fi to pick up my watch because my battery was dying and I needed Wi-Fi to call my daughter at least. And I had to deal with the shame and guilt because she knew where I was at, because the phone was in my pocketbook and me and my daughter have each other locations. So she knew the phone was in my pocket. She didn't know it was in my pocketbook, but she knew that the phone was in the hood area near the Lucy's area, and there's no way I could lie myself out of that, because evidently the woman must have answered the phone somehow, and I told my daughter that I left my pocketbook there. So my daughter was like, yeah. I told her I'll be there to pick it up about 11 a.m. And that was so embarrassing, because now I'm cold. I don't have my keys to my car. I have my pocketbook. Thank God the young man took me home, and I was able to break into my own place. I got cameras now, so I don't recommend it, but I did have to get in here and take a shower and face the music with my daughter, letting her down again, the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, the humiliation. I came back, took a shower, and the young man, I could not believe it. He came back and got me, guys. Excuse me, I'm a little parched. He came back and got me and took me to get my pocketbook, which was literally right there. Thank God the woman lived so close. So my pocketbook was there. Thank God I had my money order was still in there for my rent, my phone, everything. They were two little old ladies, thank God. Because if they was young people, they probably would have went through my whole wallet. But these women didn't. Thank God for God that day. And that was scary. It scared me because it could have been crazy. I could have hit somebody. Never mind, let alone I hit the curb one day so hard that I messed up the struts. Cost me my whole income tax check. So the alcohol is nasty. It's messy, guys. It's nasty, it's sloppy, it's dangerous. It's a depressant, but you know what? It does the job though, right? Especially if you don't want to fail. And then you could tell yourself that, you're drinking a couple of bottles of wine, but you're getting that same effect from them bottles and bottles of wine that I have started getting by getting 199 proof nib. I'm doing the math in my head like that, guys, because it was getting that serious. And I think I was drinking like that for probably like 5 years. And one of my friends said to me one day, I told her, stop at the package store. And she said, you drink a lot. I mean, a lot, a lot, a lot. And that hurt because it was very true, guys. It was very true that my alcohol was decreasing. I started blacking out. Thank God I didn't kill anyone or myself. I would have my dog with me, and I would go get the nips, and then I had a habit of cracking them open and drinking them, and then throwing the nip bottle out, getting rid of the evidence just in case. Like, it was crazy, guys. But the good part is I was broken and beaten that day. I was broken, I was beaten, I was tired, and I went to a meeting at 7 a.m. and I started going to that meeting on Zoom, guys. Every day I go at 7 a.m. on Zoom. I went to one for 9 months every day, and now I go to a different one that I love going to every morning. I like morning meetings, guys, but this is one of my stories, and it was the last time I drank, which was like a nightmare. I love thriller movies. I'm a horror thriller girl, and you know what, guys? I woke up scared that day, like, ooh, scared, cold. I felt like I was a character in a horror movie, especially I'm waking up in the hood. I'm on a corner. It's like that movie Tales in the Hood. That was the Black Leprechaun. But, it was some good watching TV. Maybe I'll watch that later on. But yes, that's where my alcohol had taken me, and I wanted to die. And I had put together a suicide bottle of pills, guys, that just in case the pain got so bad that I didn't want to bear having to look at my daughter's face and see the disappointment that her mom has drank again, that, our disease does affect others around us, and especially the ones that we love and that are closest to us. So, I had to look at her face, and I was so tired of seeing that pain in her face, especially because I was drinking for the last 6 years, but thank God I wasn't smoking crack. I mean, it doesn't justify one drug from the other, but one's cheaper. One is cheaper than the other one, and look, the other one, at least I blacked out with cocaine and crack. No, that could go days and days and days and days. You guys out there know what I'm talking about, that struggled with addiction, and maybe some of you still are, where if you are, then, be careful, because it does get worse. It got bad, guys. Blacking out. I was so drunk one day at work, I couldn't believe it. I was at this long-term facility, went to the package store during break, and blacked out freaking in the place taking care of patients. That was scary. So thank God that I've been broken enough now, and I've been going to meetings on Zoom. I was so against Zoom, but Zoom is good, because Zoom helps me. I don't think if it wasn't for Zoom, I don't think I'd be sober, because I would have reasons why I can't go to the meeting, because my car got towed and I didn't have the money to get it back because I didn't pay the taxes. So I lost my car, and I have peace. I had a lot of shame, embarrassment, and I still do, because, I go from having a car to now I don't have one, but God is good. I get around, and I wanted to come up here and tell one of my stories, which qualified me as being a alcoholic that struggles with addiction and the threefold disease: spiritually, mentally, and physically. I do have that allergy. One is too many, and 1,000 is never enough. Now it clicked after being 61 and listening to Joe and Charlie. If you guys never listened to them, they are awesome. That's when it clicked, listening to these two men. That phenomena of craving, once I take that sip and it goes through my brain, and that phenomenon of craving where I want more, and more and more, and it's never enough. There's enough pain and embarrassment and shame and guilt, and you feel it and you do it. It's redundant, and you just keep doing it. Where Zoom is awesome, guys. I love it. You don't even have to turn your camera around. I turn my camera around. I cheer the meeting now. Ooh, ooh. I told my story one time. I'm going to tell it again soon. I'm very uncomfortable. It's scary, but I'm walking through the pain and the fear, because I do want to have a new way of life to live. I want to walk in forgiveness for myself and others, and love others, and hopefully my recovery and my past addiction of be able to help others, because this is hard and very humiliating to come up here and be this vulnerable about, waking up behind the wheel, blacked out, don't remember none, and that's bad, so if you're still drinking and it's getting bad and people were saying maybe you should take a look at that, then maybe you should take a look at it, and I know it's not easy, because our ego in that complete defeat, but I just want you to know that it is worth it, and I am going to cut this short, because I only want to try to stick to 10 minutes now, because I don't want to lose you guys. I want you guys to always keep coming back, and hopefully one person got something out of this video. Where thank you so much for tuning in to. I'll take a minute. Thank you guys. Love you. Give yourself a hug too. That actually feels good, and I don't have to worry about the fake hug. You know how you give people hugs and they do that fake one? Oh, I can't stand that. Just don't hug me at all. We're all right, guys. Love you. Bye.